Hey guys, ankhgaming back with you again, and this is Dragon's Nest. It's a free-to-play MMO created by Nexxon America and MMORPG, something like that. So I was going to show this off because they recently did a promotion where if you had signed up through Steam, went through the little click, it's free-to-play, like I said, just clicked on this link, went to their website, and registered, you would have got a free level 45 character. All you had to do is create an account, play through the tutorial, and then if you've done that, on the 10th, which was yesterday, or, well, 2 days ago now, they would award your account a level 45 character with level 40 gear, but basically like level 45 gear. Gearing in this game is kind of weird. This is not a game you could really take serious, I think. It's just a casual, fun MMO. It's an action MMO. So if you've seen, like, it's similar to, like, Terra, but not, because you have cooldowns and stuff, but it's like the combat's very action-based. Not like lock-on systems and auto targets. So all I'm going to do today is show you guys a sample dungeon. So I'm going to do something that's a little below my level because I don't know this class very well yet. I mean, really all of them. It's just like knowing what your skills do and getting used to pressing your, where your hotkeys are, because you have a lot of skills you can spam. Not really spam, but just a lot of skills you can do. So I'm going to run this one on Abyss. Abyss is the hardest difficulty whenever you enter a dungeon. This one has 4 dungeons in it. They can have up to 5. I don't think they can have more than that, but they have 5. And then they have difficulties, so it's designed so that way if you have a party of 2, you can choose a difficulty fitting for you guys up to master. And then Abyss is like the next level of hard. It consumes this power stuff, so yeah. Power, I guess, is just like a way to limit how many dungeons you can do per day, so you can't just sit there and play, like, farm dungeons all day. If you see down here, I have this power bar. I get 500 points weekly, daily 635. I have no idea what this means because I have never run out. So, if that makes any sense to you guys. So, okay, as you can see, my hotbar, like any MMO, I have a bunch of skills. Right click is your basic attack, left click is your basic attack, right click is your power attack. So my power attack is just a side kick I just did there. Now, I have different skills. I'm not going to explain what all my skills are to you. I'm just going to kill stuff. I'm not good at this character yet, so, like I just said. Now, I have, like, kind of like ultimate finishing moves that they do a lot of damage, but they have a 2-minute cooldown or so, so I don't use those except for bosses or rooms with a whole bunch of dudes. You can see I build up combos. The more combos you build, the better your score is going to be at the end of the game, or at the end of the dungeon, and that determines, like, your dungeon. I mean, you get loot throughout the dungeon, but it determines your final loot, which is important. Now, I'm not going to score very well doing this while talking to myself. If you've never recorded and done commentary, it's a lot tougher than you'd think. Okay, so that's where I came in. Where do I go? Up here. Okay. You can see there's a mini-map in the middle, bottom between my stuff too. Alright, so I don't know what skill I just used. This is one I wanted to use, Whirlwind. And that's one of my better skills, but it's not that long of a cooldown. It's like 20 seconds or something. But I think the combat's pretty cool in this game. It's very skills driven, like my auto attacks are pretty much garbage compared to my skills now. Where before you get to level 45, your skills, your auto attacks do moderate damage, so you can really rely on your auto attacks a lot more. As you can see here, my auto attacks are doing, decent damage. They do have like a 1-2-3 combo that they do. The third hit always does the most damage. But my skills just do like way more. Some guys are really tough to target for some reason. I don't know how well you guys can see it. I do have a targeting reticule. And it's not that useful because, I mean, you don't just hit where the targeting reticule is. We're going to use this skill now. Whoop! It's fun. I don't understand how that hits things because you're spinning through the air, but it's fun. These guys have consistently been a problem for me, these little wisps. They're tough to target, and they can, like, sometimes they're, like, invisible. Now, there is a level I've been on where there is invisible guys, and to proceed, you always have to kill all the enemies. So the invisible guys are always a pain in the butt because you can't see them. So you don't know when you finished a level. Here we go. Is it up here? Do I jump down? A lot of times you have to, a lot of these levels you jump down. Oh, maybe I'm going the wrong way. I've only run this dungeon once before, and that was a real quick run. Here we go. This way. I do like the destructible terrain, it's cool. And they use it to some interesting effect sometimes. But like that's just annoying. Alright, so yeah, here's a fight coming up. Look at these big dudes. I'm gonna use my ultimate on them. Here we go. Is that not ridiculous? That was one skill. It hit 158 times for a lot of damage. On some of the lower bosses, I can just one-shot them. Now, I don't do as much damage, actually. I'm kind of actually more of a tank class. I thought I chose, like, I'm a destroyer or something. But a lot of my second tier, there's 3 tiers, I'll show you guys that in a second too. Tier classes. You have your basic tier, and then at like level 15, 20 or something, you get to choose your second tier skill. Or class, which you can basically go like, for my first character I ever played, which was a cleric, I could go priest or paladin, so I could go tank or healer, though the healer has a lot of really cool magic skills. These things on the ground, like some of them are foods that just heal your mana and your hit points, and others, because healing is very limited in this game if you don't have a healer, and others are buffs. Like that's a buff. You can only have one active food buff at a time, so if I take this defense, I'll lose my attack strength, so I don't really care about defense. I'm not going to, well, never say never, but I shouldn't die. Alright, so I think I'm nearing the end of this dungeon actually, so no, actually I have a little ways to go. I remember this part now. This guy's a holiday special, so when you kill a boss, or basically any purple named monster, it freezes like that. It slows down, and it's just, I think you can turn it off, but I don't. That was my whirlwind again. I love that skill. Like, that's the saving grace of this class. Other than that, I think this class sucks. But my whirlwind and my barrel roll thing are pretty good. My mage just, like, does almost as much damage as this guy, and is 10 levels lower. Not mage, but cleric. Alright. Eat some food. These guys are annoying, actually. I don't know what I have the graphics set to now, but the graphics on this game are actually really good. Like, for a free-to-play game, it's pretty vibrant. It's fun. The skills are, for the most part, they're actually pretty varied. I like it. But yeah, once I get to a safer spot here, I'll show you guys what I mean by the classes. Because you get your 2 classes, and then those 2 classes break off into 2 classes too whenever you get to like level 45, I think is whenever you get your 3rd tier class. 3rd tier, the game currently has 50 levels, but a lot of the stuff, like the search function in the auction house, says level 1 through 99. So obviously they have a lot of intention to raise the level cap, even though this game's been out for a while. So your 3rd tier class you really don't get to use much of because it's more designed for when they expand the game. So I'm going back this way because a lot of times if you go off to the side routes, there's the treasure chest. And treasure chests, for the most part, just have a little bit of money. So far they've almost seemed pointless to me. So there's nothing back there. So let me show you my class. This is my inventory. Class is, there we go, skills. So you can see we have bases, warrior. You have a lot of passives and a lot of skills that are based on dashing and jumping and just auto attack stuff. Mercenary. This class, I didn't know anything about it whenever I chose this as my free 45, but it's based on a lot of shouts, kind of like a barbarian, but a tanky barbarian. And then here's my destroyer, and I'm pretty sure mercenary could have went into a tank or a DPS, and I chose the DPS. But it's kind of like a supporty DPS. Destroyer. See, I'm level 46 and I only have one skill unlocked. I unlocked one at 48, one at 50. And then I will not unlock any other skills in the current iteration of the game until I do an upgrade. So you get skill points every level. You can spend in any tree. Just trees like your tier 2 tree requires that you spend points in your tier 3 tree. Or tier 1 tree rather. So if that makes sense, you have to spend points to earn points. Or to, you know what I'm saying. Jeesh. I'm just all kinds of stupid today. Damn it. Oh. One of the things I dislike the most about this game is if you get interrupted or knocked up while you're like casting a skill. Because some of them, though they don't have a cast time per se, they actually have a cast time. I haven't used this one yet. It's a fun skill. So, if you get knocked up while you're doing it, you lose, the skill goes on cooldown and does no damage. That's super annoying. So, for example, if I'm going to go ahead and use my ultimate and I get interrupted, I'm just boned. And this game does have a PvP arena system and stuff. So, for the people who enjoy that, kind of like Guild Wars PvP and stuff, like, you could do all that in here. And the combat system is pretty good overall. Nope. I'm getting knocked around here. I don't want to use my ultimate. That's kind of the problem. Oh, there's my problem. There's a mini boss here. So you can see whenever there's a mini boss around, once you've hit them, their HP bars show up on the right hand side there so that way you can keep track of their hit points better. So if there's multiple, you'll have, I don't know what the max is, but I've had up to 3 mini bosses HP showing up for me. That guy's going crazy too. Smash. Alright. So we need to eat some food. I don't pick up any of the loot really in this game because as a free-to-play game, they want you to spend money to upgrade your backpack. And that, you know, it costs money. I don't want to spend money on this game. It's a free-to-play. But if you are inclined to spend money, I would advise buying the prepaid cards, not buying the stuff through the game or through Steam. Because the money you spend through Steam, they limit what you can buy with it. And that's super annoying. Let's see if I can go upstairs. I didn't try going up here, did I? I could try to break this stuff. Nope. Alright, so see, my hit points is at 30,000. There's no more food for me to eat. Is there? Is there some here? Oh, here we go. There we go. So I'm full. But I don't have any health pots. And the health pots you can buy from the vendors seem useless to me. They heal like 280 hit points. Alright. I think I'm near the boss here. I just have to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Alright, so that way is not open. Oh, do I have to go back out that way? Let's see. Something back here? So, oh, and I didn't say this, but my little pet, this little thing right there, he runs around and picks up stuff for me. So, that's why I'm not having to pick up, if any rare or higher items drop, he automatically picks it up. So, if you can see on the screen there in the chat log, it shows I picked up some blue stuff, and he picks up all my money. So, that's why you don't see me doing much looting. Alright, so here we go, boss fight. Boss fights are just basically like, you know, he's red, so he's a harder guy. But it's not that big a deal. I should be able to whoop up on him. Here we go. We're going to use ultimate. It's like super whirlwind. It's sweet. Oh, these little guys are smacking me up. Get back. Whirlwind. Now, some of the bosses, there's definitely more tactics to. Like this guy, he has obviously certain attacks that I could try to avoid. but for the most part I can just brute force my way through these since it's below my level. And I have very good gear that they give you for free. Look at that, I got a couple orange items. Oranges are the legendaries, so kind of like the best. So if you guys want to check this game out, it's free to play on Steam. And maybe I haven't done this one before. Yeah, I have. It's free to play. You can get it through Steam. You can get it through their website. Here's the thing: at the end of the dungeon, the higher your score, the better chance you are to get a gold chest. I got a silver. Basically, anything below gold is a useless treasure. These are just used for, these are equipment upgrade gems, so I don't really need them. And since it's Abyss, you get abyssal rewards, which are basically just stuff to use in the shop. So I'll get these little credits that drop out, and I can use them to purchase stuff through a special vendor. So they're actually kind of useless. You have to run a lot of these dungeons to get enough points. But yeah, it's fun. It's free to play. It has an open party system, so I can click on the social panel in town. I'll see all the current parties. It's very Korean MMO based style, but it's fun, and it has farming and fishing and all those kind of regular tropes of an MMO, but well, I said out, but I have to leave the town first. Same button to stop recording is the same button I use to get out of the dungeon, as it would be. So, nice thing also is whenever you finish a dungeon, you can choose to go directly to town rather than go back outside the dungeon. So this way you can get back to vendoring and stuff quicker. So, now I'm out. Thanks for watching. Ankhgaming out.